Hey everybody, this is Mr. Lee. I'm your math teacher for Math 171, Summer 2026. We are an early adopter for Canvas. Some classes are using Canvas this summer, some are not. So you may have some classes in Blackboard, some classes in Canvas. This is your welcome video. We're going to go over navigation and course policies and procedures so you can really feel comfortable with how the class works, so you can really focus in on the course content after watching this video. I'm here to be a support. I want to see all of you be successful in this class. If you have any questions, if you want me to check your lab work, if you need help accessing any sort of college resource, please let me know. I'll do my best to help. So let's dive into this. I'm going to minimize this and hop on over into Canvas. I'm in student preview mode. Student preview mode still looks a little different than what you will see, but this is what our class should look like once you access it. And when you access it for the first time, you're going to notice that a lot of stuff is not accessible. At Forsyth Tech, all classes that have an online portion require a course entry assignment. The course entry assignment does not affect your grade. You just need to complete it in order to stay in the class. You also need to complete it in order to be able to access the other assignments. We're going to complete it here. Please do this the first day so you do not get dropped. Please do this on Monday when the class starts. How you answer doesn't really matter. But once you've completed it, you now have access to all of the course content. I want to point out here that there are 8 modules, just like there are 8 weeks in the semester. One module corresponds with each week. In each module, and this will make more sense when we look at the pacing guide in a second, but you will have, we cover roughly a section a day. Each section has the learning objective, lecture videos, which I think are very helpful, the textbook, extra video lessons, and then the homework. And it's taking a second to load. Our homework is using a third-party platform called MyOpenMath. MyOpenMath is completely integrated with the Canvas. You don't necessarily know when you're hopping from one assignment to another. And I may have chose a homework that I can't easily do in my head. So let me pull up something that it's a little bit easier to do quickly in my head for the example here. I do want to play around with one homework question with you. You're welcome to hop around homework assignments. You're welcome to leave and come back. Okay, let's purposely get this question wrong. When you get a question wrong, you can click Get a Similar Question button. You can get the question wrong again. You'll notice that the number of attempts ticks down. You get 100 attempts on every homework question. I have never had a student in good faith burn through all 100 attempts. So there's no penalty for trying. Shall we try again? There's no penalty for trying. And once you get the question right, you get full credit for it. If you are the first student to, in good faith, burn through 100 attempts, reach out and we can talk. I'll figure something out. But I consider it getting unlimited attempts on each homework question. Okay, I'm going to jump around a little bit here. This is the syllabus. Let's go over the stuff on the top, and then we're going to look at the pacing guide at the bottom. So this is a pre-algebra. This is a pre-calculus algebra course. So there's 2 pre-calculus courses here at Forsyth Tech. Pre-calc algebra, pre-calc trig. You have to take both of them before you can take Calc 1. This is section 800K. This is summer 2026. We start on the 18th. We end July 13th. The first 2 days of the semester are add drop. So if you discover that this course is not a good fit for you or this format does not work for you, if you can do it within the first 2 days, you can change your schedule. And then the last day you can withdraw is June 19th. If you're not participating in a course, it's normally in your best interest to withdraw from it. This is an asynchronous course. We do not meet That's not how the class is set up. It is 100% online with no scheduled meeting times. I go by Mr. Lee. I use my middle name. Pronouns are he, him, his. My email is the easiest way to get in touch with me. I don't plan on being by the office much this summer, so I will not get your voicemail for several months. So I recommend emailing. I'm in my office right now. I do have an office at the Transportation Center. If you do want to meet, just request. We can meet virtually, or I can figure out a way to meet in person or something. Just reach out. A lot of times I can work out stuff with students via email. Okay, let's jump to the bottom and then we'll move back. So if you print one thing this semester, I recommend you print this pacing guide. The pacing guide is broken down into all 8 weeks. Let's just chat about the overall flow of the course. Generally speaking, I think week 3 is a good week to look at. You have a homework every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, and a lab every Thursday night. The labs in this class are a big deal. Each lab is worth as much as each test. Students that do not give labs the attention and care that they deserve really struggle in the class. So 3 homework assignments each week, a lab each week. We're going to talk more about the labs here in a minute. And then every other week, you have a test. The tests are open note, open book. They are 15 questions long. They are all 4 unit tests. There is a 60-minute time limit. You may not use AI, no ChatGPT. I can keep going. Copilot, so on. No AI and no human resources on the test, but it's open note, open book. You can use Desmos. When I practice the test, I use Desmos. So each test is worth as much as each lab. But the tests in this class are a big deal. Students that do not give the labs in this class are a big deal. Students that do not give the labs the time and attention that they need really struggle with the course. So let's just survey the labs a little bit. There are 8 labs, 4 of them, all the odd weeks, week 1, week 3, week 5, and week 7, are video demonstration labs. I'm going to actually go over here and look at the instructions. I think the instructions lay this out pretty well. I have, I'm not going to watch it with you in this video, but I have a guided example for what I'm looking for with video demonstrations. Think about Khan Academy videos. Think about instructional videos or demonstration videos that you might see on like a homework assignment, where you're shown a question and then that question is worked out for you. That is the type of thing I am looking for. I am looking for you to teach me 2 homework questions. So each video demonstration lab, there's 2 homework questions, and then there are some things that I'm looking for. So for this first one, you're looking at section 1.2, homework question 8. You need to explain factoring clearly, not just jump over factoring, like, oh, I have this quadratic and look, now it's factored. No, you need to show me how to factor. I'm also looking for you to draw a number line to illustrate the domain, and I'm looking for good interval notation. So I try to give you some tips for what I'm looking for. Each video demonstration lab is 2 minutes. Usually they're about 8 minutes each. Usually they're about 8 minutes total, so about 4 minutes a question. That's how long it usually takes a student. And I am happy to check your work for you. Think of it as like the script. If you will work the question, write it all out nice and legible, and then snap a picture and email me your work, I can check it for you before you record. There's not an easy way to send videos over emails, particularly not a way that doesn't just blow up my email account and the college IT department gets upset at me. So I can't check your video, but I can check your work before you record so you know, hey, I have everything that I need to do well in this video. So Yes, so each video demonstration lab is 2 questions. Each question has things that I'm looking for. I'm happy to check your work. Think of this as a Khan Academy style video. Think of it as a talk and chalk style video. I am looking to see you write and talk. Your written and verbal instruction are important, which is why, down here it says, your written and verbal instruction is important. Your lab is not gradable if it's pre-written, meaning like instead of working out the question on camera, you have everything written down first and now you're just sort of dancing around the page looking at it. Or there's no verbal instruction. You actually talking while you're writing is important. So I'm looking for both written and verbal instruction. I have a video here talking about it. So these are big deal things. It does require tech. It does require you to upload large files. These are things that you may not feel comfortable doing right now. I also want to stress that the college's ITS department can help you with those things. They can help you with the tech barrier. If you're someone that isn't comfortable uploading or doesn't know how to upload or thought you knew, but now it's not working uploading a video that's 150 megabytes. Or maybe you're recording your videos in high definition or 4K and they're like crazy big and you need to figure out how to bump your settings down to standard definition. The ITS department, the IT help desk on the first floor of Alman is equipped to help you with all those tech issues. For the video demonstrations, about a quarter of all students don't have the tech skills. They need tech support in order to successfully record and upload their videos. Okay, so yes, going back here, there's 4 video demonstration labs. There's 2 written labs, week 2 and week 8. Both of those are review packets for the test. Those do need to be handwritten. Those, if you email them to me, I'm happy to check them for you. And then there's 2 Desmos picture labs, one dealing with lines and one more focused on quadratics. In both cases, just like with the video demonstration lab, there's a demonstration video to get you an idea what I'm looking for. Yeah. Oh yes, and then it tells you here, make sure you're giving me the URL and not like just a picture of your picture. I need a URL and it shows you where to find that in Desmos. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of the big headline stuff. Also, there's two odd things that are happening. Week 2 of the semester is Memorial Day week. So instead of having something due on Monday, you have 2 homework assignments due Tuesdays, the only day we're doubling up. And then the last week, in order for me to be able to record final grades, the last test is due on a Thursday instead of a Friday, and the last lab is due on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday. So those are the 2. Also, the very first day of class, go complete the CEA, but I did not have a homework assignment due. So those are the 3 things on the schedule that make it a little odd, a little quirky. Okay. What else do I need to talk about? Mr. Washington is my supervisor. The course description is there for you to read. There's no prereq for the course. Some of you are in the co-req course. If you are in the co-req course, do not drop it. Do not get kicked out of it. If you get kicked out of the co-req course, you are automatically withdrawn from this class. So make sure you are communicating and staying up to speed with your co-req teacher if you are in it. Co-req classes are based off of placement. If you're not sure you're in the right thing, just let me know. The student learning outcomes are right here. We will meet them. There's no physical requirements for the course. The textbook is embedded with Canvas. I can show you where to find it on Amazon if you want to buy it, but right here is the text. We're using David Littman's pre-calc book. Also, we use MyOpenMath, but it is embedded with Canvas. There's nothing you need to buy When it comes to a calculator, the Desmos graphing calculator and the Desmos scientific calculator, which you can use on the browser, and the browser works really well. Okay. Remember that June 19th is the last day to withdraw. It's better to withdraw than to earn an F in a class. If you're not participating in a class, it's usually in your best interest to withdraw. Universal guidelines are right here. The college does have an AI statement, and then the math department also has an AI statement. So let's just focus on the math department's AI statement. You are welcome to use AI resources on homeworks. No penalty, no concern at all. Although if you're flying through the homeworks and then you are struggling with the other content, that is a red flag, and I do recommend you relook at how you're going about using AI. So you're welcome to use AI on homeworks. Labs must be human-produced work. If you are copying and pasting prompts in the ChatGPT and then submitting it, it will be a 0. And then no AI tools or human resources. So you can't have someone else take your test. You can't work with a tutor to take the test. You cannot use ChatGPT or MathGPT or Wolfram Alpha or Gemini or whatever. No AI resources are allowed on the tests. We use the 10-point grading scale. How is your grade calculated? There are 8 exams worth 7% each. That's 50% of your overall grade. 4 tests worth 7% each. Each lab is worth as much as each test. The other 16% of your grade comes from the homeworks. We talked about tests. We talked about homeworks. We talked about labs. Let's talk about how labs are graded, because I do use a pretty steep scale. I'm happy to check your work for you for the labs, but it is a pretty steep grading scale. I feel like that's the trade-off. So 4 out of 4 is 100. Everything looks good. 3 out of 4, the lab has minor issues. 2 out of 4, the lab has issues that I consider conceptual issues, serious issues. So a 3 out of 4, oh, you made a little mistake, but I'm not concerned. I feel like you understand what's going on. That's a 75. Oh, you completed it, but I have some concerns here. I think you need to review this topic. That's a 2 out of 4. That's a 50. 1 out of 4 if the lab is less than 100% complete, and then a 0 if it's less than half, or something about it is ungradable. And a lot of the ungradable stuff has to do with, instead of you actually working the lab, you copied and pasted something in from ChatGPT or some AI bot. That's not going to work in this class. Okay. There's no blanket late policy for the course, but if you have extenuating circumstances, you get sick, your child gets sick, court dates keep you from being able to participate in the class, keep me in the loop. The more you do to communicate, over communicate. In your professional career, in college, it is in your best interest to over communicate. Over communicate your situation. Keep me in the loop with what's going on. Hey, my child's sick. Can I have some more time with this? I can work with students one-on-one who have extenuating circumstances. There's no extra credit. If you're inactive for 14 days, you will be withdrawn. That's a campus-wide, college-wide thing. The responsibilities here, I usually get back to students quicker than 24 hours. There's also information in the syllabus about tutoring. I can pass along to you further information. If you have any issues with tutoring, please let me know, and I can either help you or I can go and set them straight for you. Okay. Hey, I'm at 19 minutes. I'm doing great. The goal was 20. So I think that's an overview of everything. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. I'm excited about our 8 weeks together. Reach out if you have any questions.